Midweek Champions League football. Wednesday Champions League football. Last matches of group stages, where we see the Blues Chelsea travel to Russia to face Zenit. A lot of people think Chelsea is just going to win this match and that is it, and will top the group. But hey, it's not going to be easy. We see our last previous games going against us, particularly the one against West Ham United, a defeat which no one expected, and it was from individual mistakes. And currently, we are hoping to bounce back in this Champions League, because bouncing back this Champions League will show that we are actually the world-class and well-based club that we actually think of. We need the success because we have the quality. And currently, there's a lot of thoughts going through the players' minds. Because when you lose a game and you are going into a game of this caliber, you need to process your mind very well, because you don't want to make same mistake. And that might haunt us going through this game. By the way, before we continue, if you are new, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell. Now, recent information getting us shows that Kovacic is back, but has been hit with sickness again. We wish him well. We wish him speedy recovery, because we need him in the field. Such a phenomenal player, and he has been out for a few weeks now. And Chelsea, even though in the beginning we didn't see the effects, but Kante too, hit by injury, is something that the midfield is always questionable. But even though we have Jorginho and then Loftus-Cheek still on board to play for Chelsea, Edward Mendy need to step up right now, because currently his overconfidence is killing Chelsea. Even though it's just two mistakes within same match, but he needs to be cautious, because we know that he's world class. Everyone knows that. So he needs to step up and do what he's supposed to do, and stop doing little mistakes to cost Chelsea points. Now, another issue that is bothering the club is just the left wing back. Even though Alonso is doing well, but the covering is still not enough. If not because of Rudiger, then that side would have been a major issue for Chelsea, since Ben Chilwell got injured. Now, remember when Zenit visit Chelsea in the Stamford Bridge? It was different ball game together. We ended up getting one goal. The club, the fans, even the players, all of us want to top the group so that we can get easy pass to the next stage of the competition. But losing or drawing in Russia will cost us a lot. We might not get the top table. Even though Champions League, if you are not prepared, you can't be there. But there are some advantages over there too when you pass through group stages or being placed on top of group stages to the next round. I personally expect Zenit to play their usual defensive game, but they might trick us. They might trick us by attacking us, knowing very well that we can commit little mistakes. Because this kind of games, you always steady each other in going through. So if you are not able to steady your opponent very well, you will suffer for it. And Chelsea, knowing how we possess ball and how we press our opponent, will push Zenit St. Petersburg to defend their lines, like the way they did in the first round against Chelsea in the bridge. Last match was just a disastrous game for Chelsea. Even though we expected it to win this game, losing and also going to third place of the league table is something that is very worrying. And if we are not able to score Zenit 2 to 3 goals, I will rule Chelsea out of the Champions League title and even the league in addition, because currently third place is not a place for Chelsea. I expected by now we get either first or second place. Just imagine the whole Premier League games this season, we only lost 2 games, and losing 2 games, we are on third place. But the whole issue is that for now we've been able to play all the top class teams in the first round of the Premier League. Now we are looking forward to see what December and January will bring us, and we'll be able to determine whether we can compete for the title. For Champions League, I expect us to go through finals since we are the defending champions and every club is afraid to face Chelsea. So being on top of the group stages will give us a lot of advantages moving forward. There was some time we usually paired Thiago Silva, Rudiger and Christensen, and this is the time we need them most because their defensive pair was very good until Chalobah came into the picture when Christensen got injured. And currently it's like Chalobah pairing is even better than pairing Thiago Silva, Rudiger and then Christensen. But currently we need Christensen to be on board. Last game he did perfectly very well. I didn't see anything wrong with him because he was able to hand down one of the most strongest and an experienced striker, Antonio. And this time we don't have a player to mark in their defense. We only need to be cautious because a mistake will cost us a lot in this game. Right wing back Reece James is there, a fantastic player, no problem with him. I expect him to start this game. And this match we need Alonso to give us his 100%. This time not going in too much. He should not go in too much because this game can be tricky. We all saw when they came to Chelsea home, they were playing 5 back and their midfield was compact with their defense and it was very difficult for Chelsea to break until we had a header from Lukaku, and that was a win for us, and this win kept us going. If we were able to draw that match, it would have been a different game altogether currently. Jorginho, being our #1 midfielder currently, needs to control the tempo of the game as he usually is, because when teams are compact and defending, Jorginho one-touch passes usually save us and we'll be able to create a lot of spotting area to create chance and score. This is a game that Lukaku might be expected to play, and the coach actually blamed himself last game for featuring him. He knew that Lukaku was not ready for the game, but he decided to put him in and he blamed himself for it. We should not blame Lukaku, but this game might be a game for Lukaku to start. And our problem when Lukaku is in the pitch is that all the midfielders focus are on Lukaku. They need him to score goals and he also needs to score goals, but we need to play our usual game. If the chances come, he will score goal. But in a situation you see all players, when they get ball, they are looking at Lukaku. It disrupts our play. It disrupts our connections. It disrupts our chances. It disrupts a lot of things going on. That's why usually we don't get goals when Lukaku is in the pitch. This time round, we don't need to talk much about these games because I hope they watch their previous games in the presence of Lukaku and also when Lukaku got injured, and they will see the difference. And the masterclass magician Tuchel is someone I know very well that he will be able to fit Lukaku into the game. Give him time. Someone who just used few days to transform a club to win a Champions League game should not have a problem fitting a world-class striker like Lukaku into the game. My problem here is now in the midfield. Who to use? Among Mount, Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi, because I'm not sure of Kai Havertz whether he's fit currently, because last game he was out with injury. But these 3 players have been phenomenal this season and they have been phenomenal for the past 3 games we've played. Mount, coming back from injury, had 2 goals, and Ziyech have been phenomenal in the midfield, tackling and trying to possess ball in all areas. And Callum Hudson-Odoi has been present so much to the opponent yard and creating chances for Chelsea. I would like to see these 3 players in the pitch. If they are in there, we'll be able to score Zenit a lot of goals. Mark it right now. If Chelsea do not score 2 to 3 goals in this game, I'm ruling them out of all competition. Hey Chelsea fans, if you're a football fan, thank you for watching. If you are new to the channel, type the subscription button, turn on the notification bell, and wait for post-match reaction.